Hi everyone. Welcome to another update from the Server Runtime SEG for the week of the 23rd of December 2022. So this week I've been really focused on state changes, so the ability to start, stop, or terminate a workspace. Also, what I've been working on is reflecting changes in Kubernetes. So for example, when workspace gets deprovisioned because of a node being unavailable or any changes in the Kubernetes namespace, those will be reflected automatically in Rails. What I'm also doing is making sure that in case the agent is down, for example, or a GitLab agent isn't working in the cluster, when it does come up, it retrospectively fixes the state so that Rails always reflects the right state. So with that, I'll jump straight into the demo. Okay, so here you can see I have two workspaces running. So workspace 36 and 37. If I go in Kubernetes, I can see that workspace 36 is currently in a running state. I can go ahead and change that state by clicking on stop. And when I click the stop button, you should see instantaneously it starts terminating. That status reflects from Kubernetes, and so I can see the status is now stopped. So I could go ahead and also terminate this workspace. So it is currently stopped, so it's not consuming any CPU. But we can go ahead and also completely terminate it. So this will completely kill the isolation, all the namespaces, everything, all the resources related to this workspace will be killed. So if you see that, it's now in a terminating state. If you see in Kubernetes, if I look at the namespaces, you can see that the namespace workspace 36 is in a terminating state as well. So if I refresh the screen, you should soon see it is terminated. So once the computer is killed, we go ahead and terminate that workspace. So now you can change the status of the workspace. The next thing I want to quickly show you is that if Kubernetes changes the status, that is, something goes wrong in Kubernetes and Kubernetes is just not able to bring that pod up, we're able to reflect that status in Rails as well. So I'm going to directly go into a different workspace, so this is workspace 37. I'm going to go ahead and edit that deployment for that workspace, and I'm going to stop that deployment essentially. So right now, you see the Rails shows the status of running. So I'm going to go ahead and make the replica 0, which will go ahead and stop this deployment. And so if you see almost immediately, if I refresh Rails, you'll see that it shows the status is stopped. So as things change in Kubernetes, we are listening to all these events. And then as soon as these events occur, we immediately reflect the status of the events in Rails as well. The other great thing is we can even do this when the agent is down. So I brought the agent down. So the agent's not running. Let's say in between the workspace started running automatically. So the agent's not aware of this. So agent isn't at all aware of the changes. And so let's say the workspace started running at this point in time. So the workspace is currently starting up in the running status. So if I go right now to Kubernetes still, to Rails, you can see Rails still thinks it's stopped. What I can go ahead and do is if I start up the agent now, the agent will start up and it'll reflect the status automatically. And this happens because I've now introduced a new flag in the configuration called resync on startup. And what this flag does is it automatically resyncs the status on when the agent starts up. So now if I refresh the screen, you can see that the workspace is up and running. The next thing I want to quickly show you is even if the workspace is completely killed, we do a full reconciliation. So if I was to go ahead and completely delete this namespace so that there was no trace of this workspace at all in Kubernetes. So that is now almost terminated. So now there's no, the agent doesn't know that this has been terminated. If I go ahead and actually refresh here, you can go and see that as soon as I start the agent, the status is reflected. So we do a full reconciliation. So even when the agent is down and the workspace is terminated, we can see those events. We do a comparison and we delete it. So that's it for this update. Thank you for listening. This is the last update for the year. So have a great year ahead. Thank you.